I forgot to send this invite out to somebody.
Mhm.
Bear with me.
Are you good? How y'all week been going? I heard y'all week go, I should say.
Mine was good. It was
Mhm.
definitely good. I learned a lot, so I had to be a person of being teachable, which is a
Mhm.
lot. When you learn a lot of different things about mindset and personal development, you really got to be aware of the conscious thoughts that you have that are old that you want to change, and it
For
takes a lot of discipline trying to get over those old habits, and changing those. But through awareness and meditation and things like that, really
Mhm.
has helped a lot. But yeah, it's been great. It's been a lot of eye-opening situations.
No, I can definitely agree. This week, like I said in the group chat earlier, it's kind of been weird and rough in a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm still trying to get over like the Philly like trip and all that, and just get back into the regular flow of things. And so with like I seen your question in the chat earlier this week, but like was the gym putting like any stress on my body? I don't think the gym was necessarily like hitting my body. It was more of like driving because like for me, I don't like driving for no long periods of time. And so
Yeah,
to do that like just on my own faith, and I know one story is that Kasudi talks about is him like driving to New York for I
yeah,
think Tony Robbins conference. And so like just doing that and driving for 10 hours straight, um, pretty much in the same weekend twice, it kind of was weird and like something new. And so then getting back and then now you trying to get back in the flow of things. And I think just, not having a proper rest in between days, it kind of like threw me for a loop. And so this week was just weird, like on top of not going to the gym, but then work was another thing, just trying to figure out not really figure out, but you tend to, especially working for somebody else, it's like you want to grow in the position that you are in. And not really, I won't say promises were made, but they're telling you, okay, we see the work you're doing, and there's not consequences, but they're like the work you're doing, and there's going to be rewards of the work that you're doing and the learning that you have done. And so when you kind of get in the stance of, okay, I'm waiting on it, but I see like where I'm doing, but this is like it's stuff that's happening, and now it's kind of blocking me doing that or blocking me getting those rewards, and it's kind of weird. So like I don't know, this week's definitely been a weird one and a rough one. And I know my dad asked me, I think it was Friday, he was like, "How's the day going?" I was like, "Man, I'm irritated, but it's a part of the journey, so I'm able to stay composed." And I think that's one of the biggest blessings, like you're saying, is just learning yourself and be able to grow, like realizing like how the old you will react and in those times and just act off certain emotions, but sitting back, being composed, holding your composure, and now just like letting it go because it's just through the journey. I mean, everything happens for a reason when it happens, and so I think that's one of my biggest takeaways for this week is just being available and being able to realize this is all a part of my journey, and whenever it happens, whenever I get those rewards, it's gonna come. And if it don't come right now, then it's just not for me.
yeah. That's powerful.
Just from speaking from experience, I would say maybe you are focused on the wrong thing.
Mhm.
Um, I think you should be focused on what you're actually getting out of the job,
For sure.
skill wise, the lessons that you're learning from the job versus a man-made award. I take you back to when your sister uh, graduated from sixth grade. Sister, straight A student from kindergarten all the way to sixth grade, right? And it comes the award ceremony. And here it is, her classmates are getting like the presidential award for ABCD. And three or four or five of her classmates get the award. And your mother is sitting up there upset. She's steaming. Like, okay, why she ain't got no award? Why she ain't got no award? I was like, I don't know. I was like, but you know what God has for her is for her, right? Fast forward 2 years later, she's the beginning of her eighth grade year, seventh grade year, straight A student still. Eighth grade year, we try to put her in honors classes. They said she couldn't get honors classes because she didn't score high enough. But we like she's a straight A student. It's like she's doing so well in class that when she gets done with her work, she's helping the teachers out. Yeah, well, you can make an appeal, you can do this, you can do that, but as of right now, it's out of our hands. Okay. This will be her last year here. So this was Wayne Township. Senator Avon, they asking us, Why she ain't been in honors classes yet? They wouldn't give it to her to Wayne Township. So they put her in honors classes. She struggled at first because of the adjustment, right? But still ended up a straight A student. The beginning of her sophomore year, we get a letter in the mail. Hey, this is the Indiana Academy of Science and Humanities on Ball State's campus for juniors and seniors of high school. We've heard about your daughter. We want you guys to come out and visit the campus to learn more about us. We like, where this come from? Had never heard this place. We ain't filled out an application or nothing. Comes in the mail. We go at the beginning of, if the school year started in 2017, we go at the beginning of 2018 in January because they have certain days you can come out and visit, right? So first they get us in the auditorium, the teachers are speaking, and then they have some students come up and explain what the experience is like. And I'll never forget this. The students was like, the work here is so hard, we'll literally go in our room at night and cry ourselves to sleep. But we get up the next day and we go back at it. I had goosebumps. At that moment, I knew this was for her. So she goes there beginning her junior year. She graduates her senior year. We're at award ceremony. She didn't get an academic award. She got an award for the person who had the best character, the person who displayed leadership the most. And this is out of a dorm of students, right? And when they were getting ready to announce it, God is my witness, I knew in my heart that award was hers. And when they called her name off, emotions couldn't explain how happy I was. I mean, like we all was just cheering and yelling, and I don't even do all that stuff. But it just goes to show you that we waiting on certain things in life. We think that people owe us certain things, but what's God has for you is for you. So here it is, you waiting on a truck at the job, or you waiting on this promotion when that's probably not even for you. Because if you look at your life and the trajectory of it, there's nothing that job really can give you other than the skills and life lessons. That truck ain't gonna change your life. A promotion is not gonna change your life. God has so much more in store for you. But if you continue to focus on what this job is not giving you, then you're gonna keep missing it. You're gonna keep missing what he has for you. You got way too much other stuff going on to be worried about a man-made award that's like my Foot Locker awards. Yeah, they were great, but they put up, they was on my wall for some time just to remind me of my accomplishments. But now they're in a box somewhere because it's a man-made award. Right. It wasn't an award on character. It wasn't an award on impact. It was an award for sales and other nonsense that they give you to keep you hyped, to keep you in the system. But what God got for me is so much more than that. So quit focusing on that man-made stuff. Like you got a calling on your life. Everybody on here, we have a calling in our life. But we stay focused on man-made stuff, we're gonna miss it every time.
No, that's facts. I thank you even for saying that, because like I tell you, we talk about it all the time, like just about like the skills. Like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I never would have seen myself being a plumber.
Right.
And so I told you all the things I try to look for, like learning jobs, is just skills and different experiences of how I can continue to be me. Usually I guess you would say outside of the job, but even how I can implement that in the job. And so that's like was my mindset for the longest. And then I don't know, like I said, this week has just been so weird. It's like you start getting caught up in your emotions and your mental, and then so now it's like I got to flip that page and get back to where I usually am.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of being human. I mean, I wish I could have control over my mind and my emotions 24/7.
For sure.
I really wish I could, but it's just a part of being human. But that's why we have this group. That's why you have accountability partners. That's why you read books. That's why you go to YouTube University, because we'll never be able to master our mind 100%. At least I don't know anybody that can do it. Maybe a monk or somewhere can do it, but I don't have that ability. Like I said, so that's why you create Man of Desire. That's why you have a daily chat. Because like I said, it's always going to be something that's going to test your mental. There's always going to be something that's going to try to push you over the edge.
Sure.
You know?
That's good. So how'd your week go, Pops? Thank you, Ronnie.
Oh, it was cool. I found out my last day here will be like February 10th. Mm-hmm. So I put the process. I'm waiting on my buddy Montan with the family advocacy to kind of let me know that it's a go. But like I said, the only issue with that is that I don't get paid from them for like the first 30 to 45 days. But luckily with this position here, I'll still get paid probably 12 weeks after my last day.
Okay.
So like I said, yeah, but this won't be no extras coming in. So just have to figure out, make some adjustments. I'm back on the Primerica, doing the life insurance and probably get my look forward to getting my investment licenses. And then I got some 401k and a couple of investments I got that I'm gonna try to pull out to try to do some things with. So like I said, other than that, man, the week was fine. The car broke down on me again, but it's back up and running. So I'll probably go by the dealership tomorrow because I think it's something in the what they call the battery charger system that needs to be serviced. So I'm gonna take that tomorrow and have them take a look at it and see what that's gonna cost me.
Figure about time. Like now, it would probably be in their hands. Like you didn't.
What's that?
So I figure by now it would be in the dealership hands because you didn't did all you could.
Yeah. And like I say, you do that to try to cut corners, but sometimes it's best to go and let them hit you in the head.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to those basketball games yesterday, but like I said, since the car broke down.
Yeah, KJ, Mark had one. He texted me about it because I texted him like I think Friday, and this was like before your car had broke down.
Mm-hmm.
About it, but then like after you told me, I wouldn't be able to make it. But he
Well,
played at
they could have played. They played where?
Hal Thomas.
How?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They played like Tuesday or Wednesday, didn't they?
No, they played yet last night.
Oh, they played last night at How?
On Friday they played against Ritter, and then last night they played at Thomas Hal.
Oh, got you. Tragedy.
But I told him to send me a schedule. I'm waiting for him to get back with me on that.
Cool.
So I just had these questions pulled up. What are some key things we took away from this week?
For me, if you stay ready, what you gotta get ready for. Even with me knowing, like I saw the writing on the wall, right, with this job here, right? So I was putting in place last year, working on trying to find a replacement. And like I said, I reached out to my buddy Montan last year, but like I said, he had some things going on where he really couldn't make any moves, and he finally explained it to me when we talked this year. So the fact that I was already preparing for it, I was staying ready, resume ready, had in mind what I wanted to do. Like I said, my goal at the beginning when I was doing my goals prior to the year starting, I knew I wanted to be more of a service this year. With our own businesses as well as any job that I held, I want to be more of service. Here I'm not of any service. I don't get any value out of doing this job. If I'm gonna be out in the field working for a company or for someone, because this is more more self-employment, so to speak, but it's still for a company. But I still want to be of service. So the fact that I was preparing for it, already ready for it, and now with, like I said, my last day being here like the 10th of next month, I was already ready for the transition. So you stay ready. What do you got to get ready for?
Can you repeat the question?
What are some key things you took away this week?
Okay. For me, I've been going through Cora, Kasudi's course. And man, it's mind blowing how impactful and valuable the information in there is, especially someone that's young and understanding life and going through experiences. You can really see and reflect on little changes that you can make, especially when, most importantly, is the thing that I took away is consistently being intentional and focusing on who is it that you're being in different situations, especially like what we was talking about last week, is like doing testing life. You need to be a certain way to overcome those, and through adversities that happen, being a person that has the wisdom and the discipline to get past them and be a person that's going to learn from those situations and gain a different mindset and then be a better person next time it happens. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of learning from that course and other mentors and things like that. But yeah.
Nice.
I think what I took away from what you just said, I heard being consistent and being intentional about what it is or who you is you're trying to be.
Yep.
It's funny because when I go to like these networking events with like I guess you would say celebrities or people who are deemed successful in their own careers or fields and the things that they do, it's a few things that I've seen them put together or just say that they all match up, like, and it's all similar. And two of the things is consistency and discipline. And
Okay.
it's crazy because like everybody asks them like, "Hey, how did you get here? How did you get here? How did you get here?" And it's like I think people are kind of looking for, even myself sometimes, I was looking for like some not magic spell, but like just something like some game plan that like is gonna help me. But all they say is consistency and discipline. And it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy because it's so simple and people I think people miss that part. And the reason I'm like saying that is because I was watching who was I watching? Rick Ross earlier. They had a video of this dude who stood outside in like 30-degree weather to ask Rick Ross, like, how did you get to where you are now? And Rick Ross told him just keep coming out in the cold.
Mm.
Like people was like clowning in the comments. But I'm like, in my head, I think people are actually missing in what he's saying. And some people might get it, some people might not. And they like, bro, he just waited out in the 30-degree weather just to ask him that. And that's the answer he gave him. When you think about that answer is so legit, even though it sounds crazy. All he tells you is consistent and disciplined in the things that he want to do, and he gonna get to where he want to get. And the same thing like with Wallow and Gilly, they was like, man, you just gotta be consistent and be disciplined. The same thing with David Shands when we went to the Social Proof podcast event in July. You just gotta have to be consistent and disciplined. Same thing Kansudi says, be consistent in the things that you're be consistency and intentional about the things that you're trying to do and the things that you're who you're trying to be. And I think it's so crazy because those are things we have to constantly remind ourselves, like consistent, discipline. But a lot of people miss that. Those are two things that you need the most when it comes to being who we're trying to be. So I think I can relate to what you said about just some things you learned this week is just being consistent. For me, it's what did I learn this week? I want to say, um, for one, like my pop said, focus on the skills that I want to learn or that I am learning at the time. But even more is show up when you need to show up and at the most important time. So like I said, the gym this week, it was kind of hard for me to even get in there, just because I feel like my body and mental was thrown off. But maybe I needed that rest because like I said, I did all this in the span of 7 days and then 3 days I was gone in a whole nother city and trying to explore and live life. But I definitely believe that I needed that rest. I needed to show up for myself in that time. And even this weekend, I didn't do anything. Like I stayed in the house majority this weekend and I got the things done on the front end, and that's the home and straighten on my room. Actually took time to even soak in what I was doing here at home and show up where I needed to be at most. And so I think those are some key things I took away from this week. Let's see. Brennan, if you own, question was, what are some key things you took away from this week or that you learned from this week?
This week, um, patience and more prayer. Well, I mean, lately, I don't know. Lately, it's feel like ain't nothing going wrong, but it's like me expecting to get a lot done. I'm just like trying to rush it.
Mhm.
Not even rush. I just want to get everything done like within time a certain time period. So that's the patience part and prayer. Just keep praying. That's all. That's all I got right now.
And then Jaden put in the comments, he says, in the car right now, but one thing I took away from this week was to not be afraid to fail. Now that's deep.
It is deep.
Because with failure, for me at least, I feel like is it really failure if you failed or you fallen and you took that hit, took that loss, and you got back up and kept doing or just changed the plan on how you was gonna get to where you wanted to get. I feel like failing for me is taking a loss and then completely quitting and not even trying to go back to the thing, just giving up completely.
I believe failure is just a mindset, really. The way you perceive life, that's when you're going to determine what is the meaning of failure. But for me, I try to not see anything as a failure, just a learning lesson and a thing that, like we were talking about earlier, it may not be meant for you.
Fail forward. Fail forward. You know, like I said, take the lessons, take your lumps, but if you're gonna fail forward. You know, just keep on going.
Don't shy away from it.
Yeah, you got to learn from it.
So I say the question for today is, or topic, share a specific skill or area of expertise you're currently working on improving.
Fatherhood, with the event coming up, I think it will behoove me to just focus on what can I do, not only just in this month time span, but just going forward to be a better father. I believe that is my superpower. Y'all, you three are the proof of it. But I can also be a father to others. You know, I can't give others the time that I've given you three, but I can still be there to give them guidance, to give them that fatherly love that they might have missed out on, or that might be missing because maybe their parents have passed, or maybe their parents were never in their life. But just being a better father, I do believe that is my superpower, and I only say that because of the evidence of my three children.
Yeah, for me, one of the things that I've been trying to practice, especially in, we're used to consuming information so much and so fast. The thing that I'm working on mostly is sitting back and not just meditating, but visualizing with emotion and really trying to see and create the goals and the lifestyle that I want to have for myself in the future. So it's kind of hard. I meditate here, 10, 15 minutes. But when I think about really visualizing myself being in the lifestyle that I desire, I want to meditate longer, especially having those emotions that connect with the visualization. And it's just a discipline thing that I have to get used to, especially when we talk about visualizing in a deep feeling and embodying the emotions and the thoughts and who you're going to be to accomplish those. It helps a lot. It's just you got to change the habits that you have, the old habits, to allow you to open up and be aware, more aware.
Indeed.
For me, there's a couple things that I'm kind of focusing on. I'll say one is consistently getting content out, whether that's the podcast or just stuff for me. Um, I think those are some things I'm working on. And then the other thing, and I feel like this is more important, but not being afraid of like hard things or just trying to switch my mental on something that's hard. Because I feel like hard is it's almost like failure. Like it's really in the mindset. And I think for me, what I can really what I've been trying to work on is like when it comes to plumbing and we go to these jobs. Like I know how certain jobs can take more out of you, like energy wise, than other ones. So like for me, if it's 8 o'clock in the morning, first job, and they send us on a call where a toilet is leaking from the bottom, one of those things that you have to do in order to fix that is lift that toilet up. So it's like, man, do I really want to lift the toilet up? I mean, this is like a question I ask. Do I really want to go lift this toilet up and just at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm still tired? And I'm trying to switch my thinking to where, man, it's a toilet. Like you've done this 100 times, and I can literally put a toilet. I can put a toilet together and then install it in less than an hour. So is an hour really going to like kill me or like take all this energy out of me? No, it's just me like switching my mindset to where, oh, this is like easy. Now, if it do go left, it go left, and that's just the hit I got to take. But at the end of the day, just get the job done. And so I feel like one of those things I'm trying to switch my mindset is like, it's almost like a mindset of laziness. But I just feel like that's something I'm trying to switch. And I remember reading the Thought Minder book was like counter react the negative emotions that you have or the negative thoughts that you have. And so when it comes to, okay, do I want to do this toilet? Do I want to lift this toilet? Well, if you lift the toilet up, now you made a homeowner's life easier because their toilet isn't leaking. So would I rather do something easier, make somebody else happy, or make my emotions happy because I don't want to lift this toilet up or something like that. So, I feel like that's
So
something.
you're transforming the way you look at the task pretty much. You're
Yeah.
focusing more on what's the good that's going to come out of it versus how you actually feel in the moment.
Right.
Gotcha. I'm with that.
What I'm working on is content, consistency, and accountability. I'm not saying accountability because I don't take ownership of my actions, but it's just like some days I may not want to go to the gym, but that's up to me to hold myself accountable to say you don't want to, but that's when you need to. It's when you don't want to do something. So obviously it's like I have people around me that's like holding me accountable and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it comes down to me because I'm the one taking the action. So that's what accountability is a big one. Let me see what Jason said about the flipping the way you think about things. That's something I've been working on that for a while, but obviously it's gotten a lot better. So it's like I'm sure you've heard the example when they say like I have to go to work. You flip that to I get to go to work because there's people that wish they could have jobs, but you have the opportunity to have a job. So like with my situation, my job situation, I'm obviously looking for electrical apprenticeship and whatnot, and I would rather be doing that than what my current job is. So instead of me looking at like, I don't want to go, I got to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. It's just like in the moment, I can control the controllables. So it's like, I get to go, I got a job, I got a job, I get to pay my bills and everything. So, and that's another thing for accountability is I got things to take care of. So I'm gonna have to put my pride aside or whatever to work that job so I can be able to pay for this responsibility I got. So those are the three things. There's probably more, but those are the three top as of right now.
And then Jaden said in the chat, he said he talked to Mr. Wright about this, but being more of a leader in the classroom and on campus. I believe that's where it starts at, just in your surrounding areas, as far as the things, your skills you're working on, being able to implement those skills in where you are every day or every other day. And so if you can do those in the classroom, at work, I see Devontae, you work with like soccer players and you play a lot of soccer is what I see. And then Pops,
Yeah, I'm a dog on that field, bro. You're gonna have to come out there.
might need to train my brother, man. His footwork right. Yeah, just
for real.
things that like the areas that you are every day. I believe we can, if we work on the things that we believe in, like the skills that we want to accomplish. If we work on those in those areas, I think we'd be able to accomplish it a lot faster. So for next, yes,
I wanted to say that leadership, when he was talking about he wanted to be a leader, that we definitely need a lot more people that want to take that role of leadership, especially young Black men. So that's powerful as well. Just wanted to say that.
right. No, I agree. It's funny because, and my pops can attest to this, but growing up, like even when I was acting like a knucklehead, a lot of people would just tell me they see like this leader in me or they see something in me. So I was at church today and I visited a lady from my church. And this lady came up to me after the church service and was like, it's something special about you. Like, I just don't know it. Like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like God has something in store for you and it's something special about you. I was like, I wasn't like necessarily blown away because you hear it so often and it's like, there's really nothing new, but it's kind of comforting to keep hearing that, to know that, okay, you are on the right path. So like you're saying, I think we definitely need more Black young leaders, but I definitely just keep going and keep putting in the effort and the work behind what it is you're doing. And then, so to go off of like the skills and stuff, what are some ways we can support you in that skill, or what are some ways so you think we can support each other this week going into learning those new skills?
I would say be more active in the chat about what you have going on during the week. Like I said, I know this is still fairly new to people. People are still trying to figure it out. Everybody has their own life, their own schedules, and maybe the chat is the bottom on your list right now. But I would just say, as we all continue to grow, if you're more active in the chat, just like I said, letting everybody know what you got going on, whether you got any events, whether you need us to like a new post of yours, whatever it is, whatever small things we all can do to add value to one another. I think that would help people increase their skills. You know, I think everybody on here has something that they're doing outside of work, and they're actually building their own brand in some form of fashion. So like I said, just continue to put in the chat what you got going on, and we can all help hold each other accountable and push each other.
Yeah, I believe the same. Maximizing the chat, and I would appreciate it as well. I know a lot of people in here are learning from different influencers. If y'all just share a video or a blog or anything that y'all reading or a book, just so we can share different things that we're learning and stuff like that. I definitely appreciate that as well.
No, I agree. I think that mine kind of was that as far as like influencers and stuff. But I think something for me that really helps me is like quotes, like little quotes, or like you said, like reels of like an influencer saying something. And I think Jaden actually hit me this week because like on TikTok, my For You page is almost the same. Like I see the same 3 pieces of content almost every day. It's basketball and like some R&B song of like a highlight reel, something motivational, and then like something Christian or just helping people get closer to God. And one of the things I reposted was like E.T. I think it was like Eric Thomas, David Goggins, like a reel of them just all like saying something motivational. And I reposted it, not even thinking that it was like really going to inspire somebody, but I did know it inspired me. And Jaden was like, "Man, I appreciate you for sharing this because like," and so like things like that. I think we probably undermine like how it can affect somebody else, how much it can help somebody else. But I think for those things, just keep doing it. I mean, I know we all post like our stuff, like motivational stuff for each other, just trying to inspire people. But I say keep doing it because we never know who it's going to reach outside of us. So I think something that's going to help me is just keep sharing the quotes and reels as well.
I've been trying to push my I call them my brothers, just homeboys that I grew up with, to to start getting into content. But I know a lot of people just not comfortable with it. But I'm like, man, the impact. I know you got something you could teach or something, a passion that you love to talk about. It's like that impact, that contribution to others. Just start. So I've been trying to push people to get on the content aspect of things, or even if you're not creating content, just sharing the information on your stories or things like that. It's really, like you said, you don't know who you are impacting. So definitely.
I think for your homies, something that you can probably help them with just to keep inspiring them is like figuring out those things that they like doing, that it's almost like they purpose. And you probably already do this, but like almost with Kasudi, like when his main question is like, if you could do something and not get paid for it, but you can do it every day and you'll be fine for the rest of your life, what would you do? So something like that, just something small that they love doing or something that they got a real deep passion about, just tell them to make the content about that. And I feel like that'll make it a lot easier for them to get comfortable in doing it.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely talk to him about it.
Brendan, what about you? What are some ways we can support you this week?
Keep putting those questions in the chat just to keep me thinking and add a response to it. Whether I put it in the chat or not, I read them. I just be thinking about them. So I definitely keep putting the questions.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, we probably, like sometimes we probably respond in our heads. And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's like you said, those questions, they get us thinking. And so we might see it at the top of the morning and then don't respond at that moment because we still thinking of an answer. But then by the end of the night, we probably got an answer. But it's like, oh, I'm not even on my phone. So it's like, I still got an answer, but it's like, I'm not going to get back on my phone because we probably got all the timer on our phone at night. So
I would say putting like the Bible verses, because I know I made a daily devotional group chat and there's quite a few of us in there, and every morning we send like Bible verses or prayers or just anything it may be. So I'll say we can do it, and I can send them in this too, because me and Jason are currently doing a Bible plan, and I also have like 2 of my own going on too. So we just, every day I'm on my way to work, I just put one on or put all of them on, just listen to them and just sink all that in and see how I can implement it to my life or what I can learn from them, the verses and the prayers.
Man, Jaden said, he said that video had him turned, man. I tell you, some of the videos like have me ready to run through a brick wall.
Make sure you put that in the chat in the morning.
I bet. I'm gonna find it. And he said, but I would like to say like everyone else said, just keep sharing things and resources. Yeah. In this journey of what we all do, I feel like those resources benefit us all. Because social media it's such a powerful force, good and bad.
Mhm.
Depends how you.
Yeah, depends on how you use it, and then your your intentions behind it. And so things like the videos of that motivate us and get our energy going. Those are powerful. The things that have the information, where the stock market or crypto and stuff like that, that helps us, make more money or maximize our profits. That's information. So I just feel like the way we use social media and all this will eventually help us get to where we all trying to go. That's why we create a Men of Desire, so we can all build each other up.
Have you ever thought about doing some like challenges, like commit to a week of going to the gym or something like that, reading 10 pages a day?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then we could tag each other, like on Instagram or something.
Mhm.
Just help each other, hold each other accountable, and then as well spreading it out into everybody else. Is like this is a group of accountability, and then it showcases the value of the group as well. So it's like we bringing awareness to the group, and we hold each other accountable, and others, others might join the group the challenge as well. So that's something.
Yeah, let's do it. If you want to start tomorrow, send it in there tonight, and we get started.
Okay, but
I'm ready.
What's gonna happen if somebody don't complete the challenge? We gotta come up with
Cash
something.
out the group. Seriously.
Yeah.
Start a piggy bank. We got to cash out the group, and then we all meet up and go out to eat or something. Who knows?
Yeah. This is start to commitment.
Drop down 10 push-ups, and you gotta send the video.
I was gonna say that, like if we do the gym one, obviously not everyone has access to a gym membership or whatever the case may be, but like the counteract of not going to the gym, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, something like that. Just okay, you didn't do this, but you can still do this at your house. So, just things that all help us in the end. But I say let's do it.
Yeah, put your heads together, come up with something.
But that's all I got. Are you saying what?
As well, I was thinking, like, is there any way that we can hold each other accountable as far as the goals that we have for the week? So I have a partner. So we just sit, talk about the goals that we have for the week, and then we just talk to each other throughout the week, saying, how much progress have you made, and if somebody hasn't made some progress, motivating them, encouraging them, holding them to a higher standard so that they believe in themselves. That might be something we could think about as well. It could be like 3 goals for the week, something. It don't have to be nothing major, but yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, y'all got to go right now, or y'all want to work right?
I told Jason about this, but I don't know if you ever heard of them. The name is the Minorities.
The YouTube group.
Yeah, they're a YouTube group, but one of the members, his name's Zev. He said he got a homeboy that he literally call him every day and ask him like, "What'd you accomplish today?" So I mean, just that alone, it make you want to accomplish something because you're going to be expecting a phone call. So I mean, even if we send it in the group chat as text, like, "What'd y'all accomplish today?" You got to put like at least one thing. I mean, it could be as simple as brushing my teeth, or I woke up, like anything small, as long as you accomplish something.
Right. So I say let's do it. Let's think about our goals tonight, and then whoever up first thing in the morning, what's your goals for this week, and then let's get them in there. Then I guess before everybody go to bed, we just ask, did you complete your goals today? And do that every day, or did you get closer to completing your goal?
Yes, I was gonna ask, would y'all be open to another Zoom call during the week to talk about those, just specifically goals and stuff?
Yeah.
It don't have to be 45 minutes, but just like, like you were saying, like how did you accomplish your goals? If you didn't, what were hard about them? What did you learn? Just stuff like that.
Definitely. Yeah.
What days work for y'all? I mean, I guess we can figure that out. Like what days work for us, and then we can put it back in the chat. I think Wednesday, anything after Wednesday should work best for me.
I'm committed to whatever date. Okay. If it's a time like 8 o'clock, something like that, that works.
All right, good. So yeah.
Probably like Wednesday or Thursday, something. So it's later in the week, so you could before we reach that back to the Sunday meeting, we could just review everything. So sounds good though.
Let's do Wednesday at 7 p.m. Sound all right? Sound good?
Yeah, that work.
That should work for now.
I'll create that Zoom tonight, send it out in the chat, and then we get started on that. But that's all I got.
Indeed.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to share? Feel free to.
I
Yeah,
had some. I'll share it next time.
Okay.
I just want to say I'm grateful for everybody on the call, and I appreciate you guys. I want y'all to keep doing your thing, keep believing in yourselves, and keep gaining this awareness. Each call that we get on, I can see that a lot of growth and a lot of awareness, especially for us being young. It's one step at a time. Is going to be a lot of growth over the years. So just keep doing what y'all doing, and I salute y'all.
Yeah, we're grateful for you too, brother.
Where you be playing soccer at? I want to know that.
Hey, we was outdoors today. We was at Tab. It's a church. It's called it's on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was putting in that work, man. No excuses for the code.
Okay. Man.
Nah, yeah, I got a group that I put together to help people just join pickup sessions, because before COVID, you had to know a certain type of person or certain type of group of people to get pickup sessions. So I made a community, and we got over 400 people in it now. So I'm just helping bring in the contribution to the people by helping them come together in a sport everybody loves. So it's fun. You might have to come out one day, play defense or something. I don't want to cross you too bad, but
Yeah,
I think I will go ahead and say what I was gonna say, man. Give me a roll call on y'all ages.
I'm 24. I just turned 24.
Okay, so 24, 24, 20. How old is
20.
Jaden?
20. He just put in the chat.
Okay, Jaden 20. My man right here, how does he?
Sean.
23.
23. So when I was around y'all age, I was a knucklehead, right? I had came to Indianapolis, went to college at Lincoln Tech for 4 months, went back home. In fact, before I even made it back home, I had caught a case when I went home for maybe Labor Day or something. Came back to Indianapolis, and then by December I was done with school. Right, went back home, started hustling, but I still worked. I always kept a job, but I always hustled. Right, so weed, dope, whatever. Right. So as I'm listening to y'all and I see the lifestyle that y'all are living, I would encourage y'all, man, stay at it, man. Stay at it. Because like I said, when I think about how much time that I waste on foolishness that had no value, brought no value to me. Now, what I can do now is use that to help other people not make the same mistakes I made. So like I said, it was all for a reason. Because the whole time I was doing it, I always knew that God had something greater for me. I never felt good selling and hustling. Never felt good about it. But the money came so easy that it was like, what else are you gonna do? But like I said, I knew that God had a bigger plan for me. So I never was comfortable with doing it. I never did it 24/7. I just did it because it just came easy to me. And my family name was like that there. So I just want to encourage y'all, man. Take this time that y'all have while y'all young. Y'all don't have no kids. Only responsibilities y'all will have is, your car note, your rent, whatever chick you dating and taking her out and feeding yourself. So take this time, man, to get to the money, get to investments, focus on working harder on yourself that you would do on any job. And you will have you will have so much by the time you reach 30, you ain't gonna know what to do with yourself. But you gotta consistently do the things that add value to you. So I want to encourage y'all. First of all, I want to give y'all props for being who y'all are at this point. But I just want to encourage y'all, man, keep pushing. Get that lazy mindset, that negative mindset. Leave all that at the door, man. Wake up every day, be grateful, and say, what can I do today to not only add value to myself, but add value to other people? I'm proud of you.
Appreciate that, Pops.
Yeah. Are y'all can y'all stay on a little bit? I got one more question.
Go ahead.
So I was wondering, you said everybody doesn't have kids. I'm happy for that. Is it? I know it's a different level of commitment and accomplishment that you gain once you settle down in a relationship. Do you have any advice for that? Because with social media and with our mindset, with my mindset, I'm like, I want to date around to know exactly what I want, but I know that if I commit to one woman, that's a commitment that could change my life, and focus in one direction. Any advice on that?
Uh, the first thing, like I always tell the son, if she's not helping you one grow, it's a no. And then y'all should have some kind of understanding of where y'all both are trying to get to. So I take example, Nikasia had two friends who shot a video for me and Jason shot a video of me and Jason one day, and they were going to get married. And it's like, well, what advice do you have for us? I said, have an understanding of where y'all trying to get to, right? So if you trying to be a doctor and you trying to be a movie producer, that's fine. And as long as y'all know that that door ahead of y'all is the end goal for both of y'all. It don't matter if you go left, she go right. It don't matter if she's the breadwinner. It don't matter if you're the breadwinner. As long as y'all have an understanding of that's the goal, and we're going to get there no matter what. Hell, she could be the movie producer, and you could be the cameraman, and you could be working for her. It don't matter. As long as y'all have an understanding of that door ahead of y'all, that's the end goal. I might go left, you might go right, but we know we're coming there at the end together. Because I got a buddy who, him and his wife were married for years. They're both successful. And she was going to go to Michigan State and finish getting her degree. He was going to go to Ohio State. But they both still had a common goal in mind. So it don't matter which way you go, just have that common goal. But if y'all not growing together, it's for nothing, man. It's a waste of time.
And keep God.
Go ahead.
What you say?
I said, and keep God in the center. That's mandatory.
Indeed. Yeah. That should go without saying. Should go without saying.
What do y'all feel about the dating pool right now? I don't know if y'all dating.
It's terrible for my age. I got lucky.
It's terrible for my age. I got lucky as well. It's definitely with social media, like you said, social media puts this weird stigma on it. And I think I was talking to somebody about it earlier. But when you looking for dating, try to find a woman, or if you find a woman and she's not wrapped up in this social media stuff, you 9 times out of 10 got the right one. Because what social media will do, not only for a woman, but for men as well, it'll get you to thinking all these women ain't loyal, or all these women want is dudes with money, and she won't, yeah, all that's BS. Because a lot of them people don't even know themselves in real life, and then they come on social media and try to portray it. But if you fall, or you dating somebody who knows themselves outside of a relationship or outside of social media, and they doing like they growing by themselves, you got the right one. So that's my opinion.
And go ahead, Brandon.
I would say just focus on yourself, because that's exactly what I did. Because before I got to where I'm at right now, I was a bad man, and I started working on myself. And bro, I say it every time because it's crazy. The story never get old. I'm from South Bend. She's from Elkhart. You know how close them is? Mm-hmm. And I used to be everywhere, and I never came across her. And then I started working on myself, and she just came out of nowhere. And she just happened to go to IUPUI, and I just happened to be moving down to Indianapolis. So it's like, God, time, and I'm telling you, because I thought I was going to be here, but working on myself and trusting God, I would say that on yourself and trusting God.
That's powerful.
Yeah, me and my lady, we met at a crypto seminar that her friend was putting on, and she didn't even live here. Her friend is from New York. She's been living here for a while. My lady's from New York, but she's living in Virginia, but she came down, and I was attracted to her. And so I kind of, threw a shot at her in the parking lot. She didn't catch it, so I let it be. But we were in the same group when I invested in the company, and we just began to form a relationship. And now she lives here. Her kids have moved here. But we have the same kind of mindset. We have the same goals in life. And she literally supports me in whatever I do, rocks the gear, was at the event with us, helped me put it together. Because like I said, I'm not much of a planner. I'm a type of person. You tell me the brick wall right there, run through the brick wall, I'm gonna run through the brick wall. But the planning and all that stuff, that's not me. And literally, and within a couple of days' time, because I was supposed to be putting an event on with someone else, she helped me put the event together. Like I said, we meshed very well. Now we both come with our own set of issues because we're older adults. We have our own kids. We've both been married before, but we work so well together. It's just still learning how to work well together. So I got this saying that I got: lead with love. As long as you lead with love, a lot of things that you think that you can't work through, you can work through. But like I said, you're looking at somebody that's 47. So,
Yeah, that's powerful. I thought from what I one of the things that I got from what you're saying is like having that right woman is gonna complete you and your weaknesses. She's gonna help provide those contributions in a way that you might not be of service to do. That's powerful.
and that she does. That she does.
I think another thing is you are what you attract.
Mm.
It's crazy because like back to the social media thing, I think a lot of these relationships that they, you know, talk about or like that's their experience. Well, what are you doing to set yourself apart from the man that you got or the woman that you got? A lot of y'all are low down, dirty people, but you don't want to admit it because at the end of the day, you're the one that got hurt. And so that's what I think. Another thing is you are what you attract. So if you putting yourself on the right path, like my pop said, like Brendan said, like even me, if you putting yourself on the right track, you're gonna find somebody who's on the right track. It might not come to the third or fourth, fifth person that you met, but or date like went on a date with, but eventually you're going to find somebody who you attracted to because they are like they are literally the opposite of you, or they are the same as you but the opposite gender.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like we don't have goals. We just she fine. Let me just smack or let me just spend time with her. But it's like we not being intentional. So we just attracting people that we really don't have no business being with.
That get old. That get old, especially
Oh
when you start
yeah.
the soul ties and everything. They get old, played out fast.
It's just the same results. And then you mess with a girl, you don't got no intentions. It's gonna last a couple months. You already know it's gonna be the same routine. Then you get another one, and yeah, it get old.
It's draining to the energy too. Too draining.
Like that was me.
You
Like
get,
I feel like sometimes I would like, okay, I would go on a date with a woman. I'd be like, this ain't gonna last long. I can
you already know it.
it just we for one we don't mess, but it's like, what am I really getting from you, or what am I gaining from you, and what are you gaining from me? Like I know who I am, but the fact that I'm even here and you're not really helping me with anything, or you're not telling me nothing different, showing me nothing different, it's like this ain't gonna be more than a 2-3 week thing. So let me go ahead and just end it now.
I just shared a video in the chat. I want y'all to check it out. It was Mr. Brown from the Tyler Perry shows talking about he told a group of women how to find the perfect husband. But what he's really was telling them is everything you want in a man, you need to become that, and then you can attract that. So
say that I just couldn't remember who said it, but he was he was talking about you want a man that makes 6 figures, but you only make 40. You gotta create your 6 figures, and then you're gonna attract it. Yeah, I seen that exactly. I was so about to say that as soon as y'all got done.
Fire.
And then Jaden just put that was his mindset all high school. It was just bad exchange of energy. Facts. And he said, Jay, you good for internet. I used to just stay at them for weeks. I couldn't do it, bro. Like I said, eventually, like it just get old. And like sometimes you just deal with like a childish mindset. And in our space, you don't need a childish mindset. Like my dad said, I don't have any, like we don't have any kids. So the only childish mindset I should be dealing with, other than like a sibling or whatever the case, like the children that you deal with every day, I don't need that from another adult. So it's like if you're not helping me or you're not like challenging me, yeah, I'm out.
I think sometimes a factor as well is that when you're on your purpose, you already feel when you're the 1% and you focus on a bigger goal, you already feel like you're alone. So we try to cope with, having shorties around, talking to different women. But it's like you gotta the most progress just comes when you're alone and when your thoughts. You really in the state in the state of creation. So yeah, I think that's another factor as well.
Definitely find somebody, man, that makes you a better version of you. If not, it's a waste of time. It really is. Like I said, what happens if you end up getting them pregnant? What happens if they trying to be a psycho? They get the busting your windows out. I mean, it's so many things that happen in relationships because you never know who you're really dealing with until you know who you're dealing with.
We don't want that bad energy.
No,
exactly.
No babies.
Take your time with it. Like some of us get lucky early, like Brendan and Jason.
Yeah.
Take your time with it, man.
My man Calvin just hopped on. He at high school here at George Washington High School. I'm gonna have him get on and share some knowledge. I don't think when he get on. But
well, Calvin.
Yeah, from the barbershop talk, you know.
Yeah, I know Calvin.
You wanna tell him
What's up?
What's going on, Calvin?
What's up?
Calvin, you want to get him an insight on what barbershop talks is, just to let him know?
Barbershop talk really just to like help black people, like black young men, get out the streets really, and just like focus on them. Basically just be a better version of themselves, basically, really. Yeah. So, Mr. Patton helped a lot. He helped a lot with that. He helped a lot of people at George Washington with that.
What made you come up with that?
It's just like, I saw a lot of people that was not on the right path. So it's like me seeing them go to class and get better grades, like stuff like that. And now I saw like the impact that he had on a lot of my peers.
That's powerful.
Yeah, I think because I went to one, and I think that was not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before that. And Calvin led it. And it almost, because for me, my background and the kids like at George Washington or IPS school background is two different things. Like I didn't grow up in seeing the stuff that they seen, and my dad kept me as far as away from that. But almost what is crazy is the kids that I grew up around in Avon, like Wayne Township, some of them could be in it, some of them wasn't, but especially Avon, it was like they glorify that life. They glorify a mom having to struggle, and then the plates, and not being able to eat every night, and then having to carry a gun on your hip, look over your back every 2 seconds. And it's like once I graduated and I really like realized how mentally draining that is, it's almost like, why do us as black people glorify that? So being in that like that environment and just sitting there with the kid, like the young men, it almost like it challenged me like, okay, what can you do to help them, or what can you do to show them it's a different route? Like I said, I didn't grow up like that, but I'm doing things that they also have access to if they just give a person like me a chance, or one of us a chance, or they just are shown a different environment. And I remember one of my pops said in one of our podcasts, but like if you put them in an environment of like Hollywood Hills, that can change their life and flip of like just a snap of the fingers. So I think this being in barbershop talks definitely inspired me. Pops, you want to get your insight on it on barbershop talks or whatever?
Oh man, it's just a it's a powerful opportunity for like say young black males to come in and not only express themselves but hear from older people who've already been there. And it just gives them a safe space, because a lot of times you try to talk to somebody out on the street or they really don't know you, they're not going to really share much or listen to you. So like I said, my buddy Antonio Patton has already, formed this bond with them and has relationships with them. So when he brings us in, they can kind of get a feel for, okay, if Antonio's bringing them in, then they some good people. And like I said, a lot of times I sit back and listen. If I feel like I need to interject and say something, I do. But for the most part, man, these young men, they come in there, they ask questions, they talk, they're really sharing what's really going on. And like I said, now it's to the point where he's letting them lead the class and asking their own peers questions and letting them express themselves and give their feedback. So man, I've been there nonstop for I think 2 months now. And like I said, man, as long as I can get free, I'm there.
Yeah, free on that.
I
Calvin,
wanted to ask a question.
you said what?
I'm listening.
Are you good?
No, I ain't one.
Calvin, you got any questions you want to ask any of these young men in here? I know Devontae does videography, plays soccer. Brendan, like-minded man who clothing brand photography, personal development, one of his things. Braden is a student at IU, and then I just met Sean today. So Sean, if you want to give him a grasp on what you do and info on what you do.
As far as me, I'm just that quiet guy who observes a lot. As far as what I do for a hobby, I also like to do photography and videography. And I'm just always looking for opportunities to learn and better myself. That's really it.
Calvin, you want to ask any of the questions? Feel free to.
This meeting is just like us just talking about our week, right?
Yeah, our week. We pretty much got through most of the meeting. We talked about like some skills that we're currently working on, how the week went, and then how we can support each other throughout this week.
I'm working right now. I'm just working on brainstorming right now. It's like I never sat down with myself and actually brainstorm and actually like see what I want to do in the future. Like so that's what I'm working on right now.
Y'all want to give them some tips on that? I feel like we all started in our careers or started in our path. So
What are some of the things you love to do?
It's like I don't. It's like especially like all these programs I'm in right now. It's like I do a lot. Like it's a lot. So it's just like I don't know what specifically I want to do in life because this lady told me she told
That's
me
not what I asked you, Calvin. I said, what do you love to do?
like I don't know. That's what I'm focused. That's I don't know. I'm like I'm in a mix right now. Like because I'm trying to start a business and I don't know what to start. It's just like it's my mind's everywhere right now.
So what do you do in your pastime? In
I
your
just play
free
the
time?
game. I just play
You
the
play
game.
you play the game. So focus on a way that you can either get paid to play the game, you can come up with new ways that you can come up with new games. Like I said, if that's your passion is playing the game, then you just have to look at what ways can I either turn this into a career. Hell, you can hold Madden tournaments. You can hold Madden tutorials.
Start streaming.
Start streaming.
That's tough. Wrong.
Because you got to think
Yeah.
starting a business, you're talking about overhead. So
Yeah.
what money do you have to start a business right now?
So I'm in this program called Sway Startups, and Sway Startups it helps us like create our business. So they have $100,000 to put into our business. So
Gotcha.
so they just pick like basically it's like a private session. So they just help us brainstorm and see our business ideas, and then they said they want to see action about me. So that's what I'm really like my mind is everywhere because I'm trying to figure out what type of business I want. I really don't know.
So I would lean more towards what Brandon was talking about. Start streaming. Say you need equipment to stream, and like I said, you can start hosting tournaments. You can start giving tutorials. Start a YouTube channel on it. Because I mean, you talk like you good. I don't know what you're talking about, but you talk like you are. I only can talk crazy because I don't play no more.
Yeah, I'm like that's all I'm focused on right now, just brainstorming a lot. I'm just like I don't know, my mind is everywhere. Like especially with school and church, like it's just so much stuff. And I'm in so many organizations. It's like I don't know, like my mind is on every other place and things.
yeah, I can agree or I can relate to that. It get like that. I was like this past summer was probably like the first time that I really got out and networked and explored like Indianapolis. And every weekend I had something to do. But what I found myself was, or where I found myself was I was just busy and I wasn't productive. So with you being in like organizations, 9 times out of 10, you are being productive in those, but sometimes in areas where you want to find out like where it is you want to be or like what it is you're trying to accomplish with your career or what you want to do after high school. If you start now and start being productive in those little things, so just jotting down, like my pop said, like ideas. Okay, Monday you start jotting down ideas on what you want to do with gaming, streaming, YouTube, creating a game, and then each day you go backwards. Okay, what is my why on why I'm doing this? And then what is my why helping me do, or how can I accomplish my why on doing this? And just keep jotting down until 2 months from now you physically doing the thing, and then now you set in front of everybody else because you 17, 18 going on to make 100 mil or a mil, by the time you're 20, because that's where streaming and gaming has got people. So I say just take the small steps and focus on being more productive when it comes to what it is you want to do rather than busy.
If you got questions with streaming, I'll help you because I used to stream. I'm about to get back into it though.
Yeah, I see that chair kind of tough.
I
You should
got
start a streaming group.
every piece of content creation you can think of. I got a whole bunch of microphones, extra sound. I got like 6 tripods. I'm about to build a PC when I get back in the gaming at least. But what you got? You got Xbox, PlayStation, or what?
I play Xbox.
What you be playing?
I just play like I play Madden a lot. I'm like I play football, so I'm like just good at Madden. I play Madden and like Call of Duty.
Which
That's
one?
really the only 2 games. Warzone.
Oh, okay. You seem like you funny, so that could be eye-catching for viewers. If you stream and got your camera and you just being your cell phone camera, people gonna start to catch on to that. If you got before you start streaming, be like, take a picture of your setup, be like, I'm streaming tonight at whatever time. You can start off with streaming for like an hour, do that, like have a schedule for it. So you can like stream for an hour every Thursday. Just create a system for that. But yeah, we can talk more about that if you want to get into streaming and whatnot.
Okay, bet. Thank you.
Send you some cheap startup equipment like microphone, camera, headphones. I mean, chair, nothing, but just the basic essentials.
Okay, thank you.
Why you stop streaming, Brandon?
Huh?
Why you stop streaming?
Bro, I was busy, bro. Before I moved down here, I was playing baseball in college, but every day was baseball, so I just didn't really have the time. But I moved down here and I just stopped really. I put my PlayStation away because it was starting to become a distraction. So I ain't played it for a couple of months. But I used to be a game head. I'm talking about every night. But I'm probably gonna start doing it again because I'm about to get a new camera, so I'll probably use that to whatever. I might start a Discord too. Just get people that want to start creating content or creating content, streaming, regular content, it don't matter.
That's what's up.
I joined that Discord too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with Jaden too.
All right, bet. Yeah, because I was I get asked quite a bit about like trading and stocks and stuff because I do that too. So I was like, I'm starting to become profitable and I'm learning more about it. So it's like, why not create a Discord? Because I'm literally, even though the market's closed, I'm literally looking at the charts right now because I'm about to probably hop in the trade. So I'd rather let people know, you feel me, how to trade, because that's low-key passive income too. You ain't got to start with a whole bunch of money.
Man,
You can start with little. Because I made a video a couple weeks ago, or almost a month, I think, ago. I have $40. Well, I have more, but I have $40, and I put in the option trade, and it was like a little bit less than a month. I turned that $40 into $300 from one option trade. That took me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I definitely need to learn how to option trade. I've been in a couple of programs, but that stuff if I ain't got nobody in front of me showing me how to do it, I don't be getting it.
That's like learning another language.
Yeah, you definitely got to put work in, but it's like once you put a little bit of time in, you'll catch on to it. Because I had this book that I was reading in college that I bought. It's like how to trade stocks. I was gonna let Jason read it, but that's like literally like the fundamentals, like what are stocks, what are dividends, what are all of this. But options is a little bit different. Just because you're not buying a whole share, you're buying a contract that gives you 100 shares. But we can go more into that another day, maybe next week or whatever. But yeah, I was thinking about doing that. But I can send little stuff in the chat about trades.
Whatever. Yeah, I'll send Jaden and Calvin your number, Brendan. So they should be hitting you up. What chart was you looking at? Are you looking at right now?
McDonald's trade still.
McDonald's.
I put a stop loss reminder, let me know if it goes down so I can get out. Cause I'm right now I'm up $140 off of $30 trade. Man. But if it continues to go up tomorrow when it opens, then I'll keep it. But if it goes down like $5, I think, because I put it to go, I think it was at like, what is it at right now? I put it at like it was like 294 or something, and I put it to go up to 305 by February 2nd, I think. So, and right now it's at 300. So hopefully it shoots up because it caught a crazy bull run. And I didn't think it was because at first I was down like 40 and then it shot up. So hopefully it do keep going up.
You got a group that you work with, or you just do this by yourself? Like even with your trades, do you get trades from like a mentor or just by yourself?
I just do it by myself right now. I just watch YouTube videos and practice. Like I'll take notes. I was this dude I went to high school with. We had a Discord and we had a few people in there where we sent like daily trades. Like if we was joining the trade, if we was leaving, what price was we leaving at? So I've been in one or two groups, but majority of the time I'm just learning on my own. Like I'm just learning on my own. I can send you a few videos too on how to get into option trading.
Yeah, definitely send them in the chat. I know I've been looking at the market this week. I'm about to hop back in crypto. I know I got a few trade or a decent amount of trades in there, but I've been sitting on just like my profits or my money that I was investing into it. And so crypto I'm looking at because I heard I think it's Cardano. Cardano is supposed to be going up. So I got
Yeah.
and then right now I'm definitely looking into stocks. When you sent me that McDonald's one the other day, I followed them on there. I want to invest in Nvidia and just see what they talking about because I listen to EYL like almost every day. That's one of their
Yeah.
favorites.
I bought Nvidia a while ago, but I feel like they gonna have a nice run.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this Eli Lilly to really go up. Like it went up the past year, but I think
What's it at right now?
yeah, Eli Lilly because within the past year they was at $300 like worth of stock per share. Now they at like 600 or something. So it's like, bro,
I forgot what price I said it has to be at before I buy it.
that's just for options though, right?
No, I'll buy into it long term, but I need that price to go down before I buy into it.
Yeah, I got 42 in it right now, but I'm trying to invest more in it.
Okay.
But,
Well, I'm about to food for me and my, so I'll talk to y'all.
yep. And then Jaden, yeah, we put the stuff in the chat. Calvin, I'm gonna send you the link for the chat so you can join. And then Sean, I'm gonna get your number from Breela so I can send you the link for the chat. But
Okay, thank you.
Yep, that's all we got for tonight. Hope y'all brothers have a blessed week and
You
definitely
too.
share the codes in the chat. I'll get into it so we can hold each other accountable this week. Appreciate y'all.
Are you coming to Barbershop Talk?
No, I got work on Tuesday. So the only reason I was able to come that one Tuesday was because I didn't have work that day.
Okay.
If I ever get another Tuesday off, you know I'm there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. But all right, I'll catch y'all. Be safe tonight.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.